What's going on, everyone? Toilet here. Before this video gets started, I just got some stuff to talk about, but if you don't want to hear me yap, go to the timestamp on screen to start the video, but I will try to make this as quick as possible. First off, this video took a lot longer to make than expected, so sorry about not keeping up with my unofficial weekly schedule that I started. Secondly, this video is all over the place because a lot of things changed throughout the making of this video, such as recipes I didn't actually need. So throughout the video, I might pop in and explain what happened or what changed, stuff like that. And thirdly, halfway through making this video, I got a little sick and lost some of my voice. So towards the end of the video, my voice might sound a little different and stuffy, but hopefully that is okay. All right, I think that is it. I will let you watch the video now. Goodbye. Good morning, afternoon, evening, or night, wherever, when, there we go. Good morning, afternoon, evening, or night, wherever you're watching this. It is Toilet here, back with another Satisfactory. Where last episode, we built my amazing UFO base. And I must say, it does look incredible. If you guys didn't see that video, definitely go and watch it. Definitely see the construction of it for some ideas. In this episode, though, we are going to take all the resources from the starting area and combine all my factories into one big, huge, mega factory. And to give you an idea on how many resources there are, in the amazing interactive map, we see all of these resources are in the starting area. We have an abundance of iron, abundance of limestone, and 2 pure coal nodes, which means I'm going to have to bring all of these into this central area here and make them do the things and make the things. And if we look in Satisfactory Modeler, we can see that we are making all of the items we need. And this is how we're going to do it. This isn't the exact replica, but this is what we are going to need. We are going to overclock some of these machines to get us even more items, as well as getting an alternate recipe, hopefully. Hello, Future Toilet stepping in. Just real quick. Yeah, we are going to get that recipe, but we are not going to use it. So it was kind of pointless, but whatever. As well as slugs to help overclock the coal and the copper, just to make sure we are getting max items needed. So there's 2 things I need to do before we get started. First off, if we come here to alien technology, I need to unlock production amplifier. And what that does is allows me, if I have a Schammerschlop and I put it in the machine, it will give me 2 times the output, which is mainly I mainly need that for power shards. Because if we look in the constructor, we can actually construct power shards. And if we have the double there, we can get 2 from blue power slugs. We can get 4 from yellows, and I'm pretty sure we can get 10 from purple. I just don't have that one unlocked just yet. Same thing with the proteins and DNA capsules and just anything that I want to double the output of. So that is important. I'm going to need a lot of SAM, which I don't even have yet, but there is a SAM node near there. I am also going to need to run around and find both slugs and hard drives because I need 1 alternate recipe. I'm looking for one. There's one that I am looking for. So we're going to get as many as possible. So I think we'll start off with that because those take a little minute to get started. So we will start running around and getting all of those hard drives. I really wish you could sleep to make it daytime quicker. So let us begin our journey around the map into new territories and see if we can collect hard drives. It's going to take a minute, but it is for the cause. I need one alternate recipe. Okie dokie. All right. So I got 5 hard drives. So we'll just do one by one. This takes about 10 minutes for each. Kind of annoying. But until then, oh, you know what I just not realized? Nothing. It's fine. It'll be done by the time. While this does its thing, while this does the 10-minute timer thing, we are going to get the things we need for Sam. Now, there is a Sam node kind of nearby. It's in a scary cave, though. It's down there. So we're gonna have to be very careful. But once we have it, we can just get out of the cave. I'm so glad we can blow these up. Oh, I see you down there. Can I get you? Ah! There you go. Okay. There it is. There's the beauty that is the Sam. All right, I just have to get low enough to be able to put the miner on the Sam. That is it. Can I reach from here? I can. That's awesome. All right. My conveyor lift to... Oh, I got it. All the way up, baby. Doesn't need to be pretty right now. I just need to get it out. Will that reach? Of course it will. Well, am I getting Sam? I can't tell. Why am I not getting Sam? I just connected it. Oh, because it's not connected to the... I thought I connected it to the... That's right. I didn't do this part. There we go. Now it should all be connected. Amazing. Now, eventually, we will be getting some Sam. But the... Oh, here it comes. Here it comes. Here it comes. Here it comes. We're going to do industrial because we go big or go home. Look at this. Look at the Sam. I think Sam is my favorite material in the game. It looks so cool. It just looks like amethyst. And it's purple. And you can never go wrong with purple. Okay. So, iron wire or quick wire stator. Not quick wire stator. I might take iron wire, actually. Okay. So, let's do Sam. Sam, start research. Reanimated Sam. And...
Strange alien matter analysis completed. Dormant crystalline SAM can now be found with the resource scanner. In its dormant state, it is safe to handle without special equipment and can be stored indefinitely. Research for enabling the reanimation of dormant SAM is now available.
Fill the rivers with blood and let the effigies defile our temples. The sun will follow.
Damn. Yo, that was deep. Okay, reanimated Sam. I need 20, and then I'm going to need 10 reanimated Sam for that, and then 10 of the Sam fluctuator for that. Okay, can do that. Let's get the dimensional depot, or at least the start of it. I don't think this actually gives me the depot.
Dimensional depot unlocked. SAM can be utilized to deconstruct matter down to its chemical elements in one dimension, and the Mercer sphere allows it to be transferred and stored in another. Once parts are fed into the dimensional depot, they can be accessed by the Pioneer inventory and build gun system at any time, anywhere.
We see through the window. It is pathetic. Consume more blood. The glass will not shatter. The metal will not bend. The wood will not splinter. Weave.
Dude, I like Mercer. Or Sam. Mersam. We're gonna name him Mersam. Okay, so... Oh my god, we can get... we don't have enough Mercer spheres for all of them. But this increases stack, this uploads from the inventory, and then this is upload speed. Okay, very cool. We will worry about that later. We don't really need dimensional depots just yet. What we're worried about is this, the production amplifier. Let's go continue our research with that. All right, here we go. Unlock. Let's go. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Production amplifier unlocked.
Yes.
Every single manufacturing and smelting building will be backwards compatible with this new technology.
Yes.
These buildings can now have a summer sloop embedded to increase resource output without requiring more input, at the cost of greatly increased power consumption.
Yes.
Flow cycles within flow cycles make explosions into temples and explosions into temples.
Okay.
Sphere of woven windows. Each tiny body contains tinier bodies until the line layers fold into curves, which folds into threads which weave the tapestry. A song of light and leaf and flower, a dance of matter clouds and...
I think they're trying to explain energy to matter conversion theory, but you do not need to understand it to do your job. I'll just mute them for you so you can continue your mission. I, however, will be taking notes. This is fascinating material.
Okay, thank you. All right, so now if we do a couple constructors, right? Yep, we can go down here and do power shard 1. And see, output multiplier, let's go. And then we can do 2. And then we can do 3. All right, beautiful. Oh, the purple ones are the best. Oh, I thought the yellow ones were the... Okay, so we're just going to put that in there. just like that, which it still looks like it takes 4 megawatts for some reason. You know it shouldn't. Put that in there just like that. And then I need to go find one more. I'm surprised I don't have another one. I did the thing again that I did last episode as well. I forgot to hit record before doing all this. But if we go up here, I did get the last summer slop, the summer sloop, right here. And I fed all of them into this storage container. And now I have 87 power shards. Woohoo. I can't believe I forgot to hit record again. That's annoying. All right, so phase 2, since that was phase 1, phase 2 is now planning the build. So let's head over to the interactive map. So, like I said, this is the area we're working with. We're going to get all of those nodes all around. This right here is where the main base is. And then this is all the room I have to work with down here. Basically, it's going to be a lot of placing, getting things down, and making sure that they all go together. It's going to take a lot, you know? It's going to be one big farm with multiple layers, obviously. Throughout my journey, I can expand it, but I don't really think I'll need to because I think it'll fill up my storage area pretty quickly. I think our next order of business is actually to move all of the stuff in storage, turn everything off, move all of the stuff in storage into the storage area. And I realized that I need to also build motors because I have motors unlocked and I honestly just did not realize that motors are already here and I'm going to need motors. So motors are rotors and stators, which are going to go into motors. And so I figured we would put stators in this last little bit here. And I already started it, but I have to complete if you look on the map here, right here is going to be another coal power plant. And I'm going to have to run it all the way over here to my factory because this is going to take a lot of power. And I don't think this will be enough to support it, not going to lie. Especially with all like my hypertubes and everything inside here. I'm definitely going to need to finish this other build. So I think what I'm going to do is start feeding everything from here into here. And while all of that stuff transports, I will finish up my coal power plant. So I just got to hook everything up in the correct spot. And I have notes here of where they're going. There we go. And off it goes. All right, there's one. All right, time for some spaghetti. And while I funnel the rest of these into its respective areas. Yes, my pretties. Yes, go into your new home. Yes, go, my pretties. Go into your new home. With all of that, hopefully, I fixed all the things. Rotors, yes. Reinforced iron plates, yes. Copper sheets, yes. Cable, yes. Wire, yes. Screws, yes. Iron rods, yes. And we already know iron plates. And then over here, we should have concrete, yes. Pipes, yes. Yes, okay. And then this stuff will come later. Beautiful. All that is going out of the way. All right, so while that all empties out, I will go and finish my other coal power generator. That way, when I build the farm, I can just hook everything up, easy peasy, lemon squeezy, and everything will work out properly. Okay, that took a lot longer than expected, but we have our storage room cleared out. Now it is time for probably the hardest part of this build, and that is getting all of this stuff cleared out. And it's not hard, it's just deleting a bunch of things. The hard part is the fact that I worked so hard on this and that it looks so nice, but it is incomplete. And we are going to just merge everything into one major factory here and shovel everything into my main storage area. Oh no. So for you guys, it's just going to be a second, but I'm going to start... I'll see you back in a few hours, but for you guys, you'll see me in about 1 second. So here we go. Ready? 1 and a 2 and 3, and it's all gone. Except for my coal line, of course. I don't want to remove that just yet until I know where it's going. All right. Now I guess all that is needed to do is actually flatten this all out and actually build the thing and see how much room I have to work with. So first, I just need to flatten it all out. Okie dokie. There it is. Now, I have no idea if this is going to be enough room. So we're just going to kind of wing it. I just got to bring over literally all that I have over here. I went ahead and put miners on all the things that you can't see those. All the things that I need. There's a node over there. There's a limestone node right there. And there's a few behind me too. And I just got to bring all that in and also decide if I am overclocking, which ones I'm overclocking, and get all that taken care of and bring that right into probably the backside, because I want the backside to be production, and then I want everything finalized up here. That way I can easily just shove that into my UFO. All right, so now it's the always fun planning stage. Ta-da! Okay, so I brought over all of my items that I need, all the way from over there, all the way over there, and over here, all the way around to the backside of the factory. And I realized something when doing this. If I overclock all of the miners here, I'm going to run out of power. Even with where I want it now, with only some of these being overclocked to 270, such as the limestone and the copper, because I have plenty of iron, so I don't really need to overclock the iron that much. But for the limestone and the copper, I am going to need to. And if we look here, just for the miners itself, it's taking 2670, and I only have 4800, which means I'm going to have to double this again, which means before we get started on the factory, I'm going to need to upgrade my coal power plants. Now, what I can do, either I can overclock these miners back here to then give me 240 per minute rather than 120. I can overclock those to 200 and then just add some extra layers here, or overclock those and then overclock these, because these give off 75. But if I overclock these as well, they can give me more as well. But I will have to overclock each and every one of them to probably, let's say, 150. And that means I would have to put 2 in each one. And if I have, how many? 32 of these? 32 times 2 is 64. I have 118. So I'd rather just overclock the miners and add more layers in of the coal power plants, because I am not going to have enough to overclock all of these. Because if I overclock these, I'm also going to have to overclock these, and it's just going to be a huge mess. So I am just not going to worry about that. I'm just going to overclock the belts and then just redo that. So now I just have to upgrade my power setup on both this one and probably that one in the far end as well. So we're going to go from 4,800 megawatts to 9,600. And that gives us plenty of wiggle room to build our factory, which is great. Now, though, I think it is time to start actually building the factory layout. So I think to start off, I am going to be trying to figure out where I'm going to be putting all of the smelters, because just for the iron alone, I need 98 smelters. And the reason I need 98 is because I got an iron wire recipe to help out with my later builds. So I think I'm going to find out how many each line is carrying, and then sort it through there. I might have just segments like, oh, this might be for the wire, this might be, it's gonna be interesting. So I'm just going to try to get the smelters down first. And then I'm looking over at my modeler. We are going to need a lot more constructors than I am going to need. So I might need more room, but that's okay. We can make room. We can always go vertical as well. All right, let's just get building. I'm gonna build and keep you guys updated throughout the build.
All right, update number 1. I want to kill myself in game, obviously. This is all just rods, plates, and then screws. It's a huge mess, and it extends under here. All of these screws. This is all load balanced, right? Underneath here, I took 270 rods to 200 constructors all evenly. Then I did that and was like, why am I doing that? Why am I putting that through? Like, why am I putting myself through that? So I just manifolded all of these screws. So yeah, the next task is doing what I can with with getting everything else together because I still have not done anything with copper or the limestone. So I'm going to just be extending this up and having different floors for different things and having them all come down here. So see you in a little while for update 2. All right, update 2. The iron processing is completed. We now are making everything we need for iron processing. We have reinforced iron plates being made in these, which are getting sent off to this and rods as well. Now for this, because it's such a weird and uneven amount, I have manifolded the reinforced iron plates and the rods to make the modular frames. That way it just will eventually lead up to themselves working properly. And then I have another belt over here. I'm going to need to make walkways and stuff for this. Another belt down here that is going to go to storage. And then I also have a couple of each belt line for storage as well. Like those are going to be storage. I have screws going to storage and plates as well, but that'll be my little final touch. But you guys want to see the most fun part about this? I didn't want to cover this because it's so funny. Look, this is me getting all of my math together and getting all the screws into the correct place evenly. And all of these are making rotors. Now, some of these rotors will be going into storage, and some of these rotors will be going into, I believe, stators? No, into motors, eventually. So these I don't really have to worry about right now. I just find all of this. I didn't do this properly. I'm not good at planning, okay? It's going to be hidden. I think I'm just going to put glass walls on the sides of these, just because this is so funny. I did want to leave this open, but I had literally no room. All right, so I think it's time to cover this, start working on the copper and the limestone. Now, this will definitely not be as complicated, thank goodness, because there's not much more to make here. We need copper sheets, we need encased industrial beams, wire, cable, stators, and motors. So that should all fit in real nicely. And hopefully it's not too complicated. So, all right, that was update number 2. Here we go to update number 3. All right, update 3. We are done. Well, not done with everything. We're done making everything, what I should say. Even the caterium stuff. That's this little bit right here. That's all that's doing. That's caterium. That's quick wire. But production-wise, it's all gone. It's all gone, all done. All right, so here we have all of my copper coming in. Can't really get up to the top area yet. So we got 2 rows making copper sheets, 2 rows making the wire, a bunch of wire. And then we have the wire and the steel pipes going in to make stators. And then the stators are going all the way across the building to then make the motors over there. Show you that in a minute. And then this over here is the encased industrial beam farm here, and this will go off to storage. And then all of these are going to be concrete going to storage, and these are going to be quick wire. So over here in the front is where we're making the motors. The rotors from downstairs we're making 15 motors a minute, which isn't great, but it isn't terrible, and it's just what I had to work with. And so the next step is not only to make sure everything comes this way, I want to try to get everything to this empty area here. Don't really know how that's going to work. Might have to have some kind of the bottom, and then put everything up where it belongs. Now, the only thing with this factory that's kind of no bueno, but I've come to terms with it, is that even with just the concrete, I am making well over 270 items per minute on some of these. Some of these are fine, like the motors and the rotors are not. But I am going to have some backup in my system because I only have the Mach 3 belts, and the Mach 3 belts can only do 270. So we're going to have to deal with the blockage until we get more better and more thicker, faster is the word I'm looking for, not thicker, faster belts. But that's okay. As long as everything is going up there we will be fine. And I have the two awesome sinks up there, but I also might I have a lot of empty space here, so I might also just put some awesome sinks just to deal with the extra concrete and all the extra wire that I have, because I have so much coming in. But now finally it is time to decorate and transport all of my items. And I think I'm just going to box everything in first and then work on the walkways and making it look prettier on the outside. So I will box it in first. All right, so I did stuff. I bridged all my items over from here, and they're now going up into the UFO. Everything is going into storage. Some stuff is already backing up, but that is fine. We knew that was going to happen. We do not have fast enough belts yet. I'm going to make this place look a little prettier later on, but right now the focus is the factory. So as you can see, they come around, they come from there, and they come all over across the bridge and into the storage. And I also built this little platform bridge here, nice little walkway into the factory. And I started working on getting together the layout so you can see things as they go through. You can come down here, come around. I'm going to fix this, don't worry. And you can see all of the assemblers here. You can work your way down here. See all the factory in all of its glory. It's just a big mess, honestly. You can either go down here, and then you can go down to the lower level. I'm going to, again, fix all that, making it pretty. You can see everything coming in through there, all the quick wire and stuff like that. Then you come up here, and then you can see all of the awesome sinks, which is pretty cool. Got some 13 coupons going on. I got a couple belts going into those, and so on and so forth. Like I said, fixing a bunch of stuff. Got a nice sunroof there. The main thing before we continue on, and we need to finish this factory. And to do that, we just need to make it look pretty, because it is not looking too pretty currently. Inside looks kind of cool. And I'm also going to put another way to get in and out, because obviously one entrance and exit is not going to cut it. But as you can see, I did start trying to work on the outside, making it look kind of nice. So if we come out here, beautiful. See, look at that. It's huge. Like, it is ginormous. So I'm going to have to make it look pretty and, you know, add stuff to the top and make it look nice. That little center gap is for the rock. Oh, hello. Hello, birdie. So yeah, just got to make it look pretty. That's basically the last thing I got to do. And then we'll be done. And then we can move on to what we're going to do next. Look at this. I bet you weren't expecting another cut, but you know, it has to happen. Okay. So this is what I have so far. Kind of all over the place. I did different styles over here for these walls. I have to do more with the roof though. This here, just kind of looks cool. You know, I like it, but I feel like there needs to be more. I added a little light source for where they come out. I think it looks pretty good, but let's go down, because I don't know if you saw, I added a giant cube on top, and that giant cube is something that I don't think I will be able to fit in my UFO once I start upgrading it. I like the little the bridge that leads up, and then we have this hypertube entrance that when I go in, you know, we go up to the cube, and it's my blueprint designer. Ta-da! So I can design blueprints in here. Then this can also upgrade to when I get Mach 3 way in the future. I can put that in here and it'll fit just fine. So yeah, and I already showed you this. The nothing changed in here is mainly working on outer stuff. I really like the, I shouldn't say that. I like the roof design. It's just there's nothing better I can do about this slant for some reason. There's nothing that I can do about this slant there, and it's weird that I can't. I don't know. I'll have to figure something out, but I like I wanted to implement the grill design. This was kind of like a trial run for me for like building techniques and stuff like that. Because you have the nice little circle there, which looks kind of cool. I have the light beam up there, and all in all, don't think it looks too bad. It's definitely going to need some work in the future, but I'm glad I got the basis down for it. And that pretty much completes my starter mega base. Well, I would say about 95%. And with all of this stuff being made, next episode, we can complete phase 2. I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to collect all the materials I need for the 1000 smart plating
versatile framework and the automated wiring stuff that I need, and just let that go through some assemblers so I can get that done quickly. And then next episode, we can launch our space elevator and start working on phase 3, which I am so excited for. But if you enjoyed this episode, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Tell your friends, suggest stuff down below. If you have any build tips for me or anything that'll look cool on the factory, please let me know. But until then, I hope you guys have a great rest of your evening, and you guys have a great rest of your night, day, or evening. Peace.